Ever wonder about the ancient civilization that quietly shaped our modern world? Forget the Romans and the Greeks for a moment. Let's talk about the master seafarers, the business tycoons of the ancient world, the people who gave us the alphabet you're reading right now, the Phoenicians. Who were they? Originating from the coastal region of the eastern Mediterranean, in what is now modern-day Lebanon, the Phoenicians weren't empire builders in the traditional sense. They didn't command vast armies or conquer huge territories. Instead, their power came from something else entirely, their ships. From around 1500 BC, the Phoenicians began to dominate the Mediterranean Sea. They built some of the most advanced ships of their time. Unlike the bulky, slow vessels of other nations, Phoenician ships, like the famous Bireme, were fast, slender, and incredibly maneuverable. They had two rows of oarsmen, which gave them a serious speed advantage, and a sturdy keel that made them stable enough to venture out into the open ocean, far from the safety of the coastline. This was a game-changer. While others hugged the shore, the Phoenicians charted new courses, reaching distant lands like Spain, Britain, and even possibly sailing around Africa, thousands of years before European explorers. These weren't just voyages of discovery, they were business trips. The Phoenicians were the ultimate traders. They established a vast network of trading posts and colonies all across the Mediterranean, from Cyprus to Carthage in North Africa, which would later become a major power in its own right. They transported valuable goods, cedarwood from their homeland, precious metals from Spain, tin from Britain, and their most famous export a vibrant purple dye made from sea snails. This Tyrian purple was so expensive and sought after that it became a symbol of royalty and power for centuries to come. Their ability to connect different cultures through trade created a vibrant, interconnected Mediterranean world. But perhaps their most enduring legacy is something we use every single day, the alphabet. The Phoenicians didn't invent writing, but they perfected it for business. They needed a simple, efficient way to keep records, track shipments, and communicate with partners who spoke different languages. Existing writing systems like cuneiform or hieroglyphics were complex, with hundreds of characters that took years to learn. The Phoenicians developed a system with just 22 characters, where each symbol represented a sound rather than an entire word or idea. This phonetic alphabet was revolutionary. It was easy to learn, easy to use, and incredibly adaptable. As they sailed and traded, they spread their writing system across the Mediterranean. The Greeks adopted it, adding vowels, and from the Greeks, it passed to the Romans, who developed the Latin alphabet that we use in English and many other languages today. So, every time you write an email, send a text, or read a book, you're using a direct descendant of the system created by these ancient seafaring merchants. Despite their immense influence, the Phoenicians often get overlooked in history books. They left behind few grand monuments or epic poems about their exploits. Their legacy isn't carved in stone. It's woven into the very fabric of our connected world, in the trade routes that first linked continents, and in the letters that form our words. They were the connectors, the innovators, the quiet giants of the ancient world, whose impact is still felt thousands of years later. So next time you look at a map of the Mediterranean or type a sentence, remember the brilliant, adventurous Phoenicians. They showed the world that power isn't just about conquering land. It's about building bridges, sharing knowledge, and setting sail for the next horizon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the hidden figures of history. See you in the next video.